practice sets. Practice sets are perfect for anything that can be quickly graded, and kids can thrive from having immediate feedback to learn more and revise their answers. It's not perfect for a quiz because it gives kids enough chances, unlimited chances until they get it right, but it records every misstep they take along the way for you. It will also help them by showing some AI videos that appear on the side if you opt in to do that. So think about things that are like that. So spelling words, short answer responses, anything that's recall memory and can be quickly popped into a box and checked with AI. That's the kind of stuff you're going to make using practice sets. You can find it when you go into Google Classroom, when you're on that home page. It's up at the top. It's also in the hamburger menu here, and it's also inside Google Classroom when you click on the classroom and go to assignments and then assign, and then you're going to look underneath there in the bottom. One of the things you can assign is a practice set, which you can make right inside that section there. So it's all in how you prefer to work. No muss, no fuss. Let's get started. When we click practice sets, you can see there's a couple here that I have got already preloaded, and I could edit these at any time up at the top or delete them, share them out. I'm going to click on the math one to show you what I've built out. So here you have, I use a naming convention that's going to be specific. So the idea is if you build a lot of these out, you'll have a library to work from in years future. You'll have practice sets to call on. And when you're doing the big review, you could assign out multiple of these to go back and review and maybe shift some of the numbers around by re-editing and create a whole new set of practice sets real quickly within Classroom. So think about your naming convention very carefully so that you'll understand how to recall it in years future. Um, the way that these are built out is by using a really powerful tool for creating math. So unlike a lot of things that math teachers see on screen, this has an actual really robust math formula builder. When I clicked on the formula builder and then the keyboard, it brings up this handy little keyboard. Um, which I can't really move this little pop-up out of the way. I'm sorry about that. But these things here can all be added into my equation. The little blue arrows mean that there is a whole bunch of other options available to me by just selecting here and scrolling across. How difficult was it back in the day to type cube roots or other roots like nightmare? Fractions even are still not simple. So to build out a mixed number, you would just put the whole number and then the fraction. Some of these builders have a mixed number symbol, which to me is crazy. But this will make your life a lot easier, math people. There's no excuse not to try this. It's really simple. You have some variety here when it comes to the answer. You can write a short answer, paragraph, single select, or multi-select. Short answer is a quick little typed in answer that they give the response. It is auto grading, but it will match just like in a Google form, exact text only. So you want to make sure that, like here, I gave multiple answers because I'm not going to rely on the AI to know whether or not it's got spaces. I'm not going to rely on the AI to know that this is the same as this. I'm going to make sure that it's all there so I don't have a kid in tears who got it right and is disappointed that it's marked wrong, even though I say it's okay. I want them to get it correct. A paragraph is not auto-graded because there's no way it can possibly understand at this time AI is on the way. Keep watching that. I have a feeling that it'll eventually change where it's going to look for the gist of the paragraph to see if it matches. But paragraph at this time just collects this for you. So this might be good for an exit ticket maybe or a reflection piece that you just want kids to think about. Single select is your typical ABCD multiple choice answer. You can have as many selections as you like. Multi-select is for people that are devilish like me. Did not do a lot of single select. I did multi-select. So I might put all of these answers. I might put none and have blank be the correct answer. So it could be a multitude of things any given time. It really helps kids learn how to process. So when I scroll down here, there is no word attached to this. So I have the ability to search for skills. So what that does is AI will look for anything in this box and find skills that are related. And then when the student is taking the practice set, it will populate this sidebar with possible short videos from YouTube that are educational, that if kids need a little tutorial on square roots again, Instead of getting it wrong consistently, they can learn within the program, go back and try the problem again, and actually gain from practice. Isn't that why you go to basketball practice? It's not just to get stronger on your arms, it's to get better at the shots. So that's one way that that will help. Notice this one, it says volume. And when I hit skills, it populates all of these things. So I was able to select, there it is. I can select the things that popped up. Those were the two skills that it populated. This came from a PDF that I imported. And when you do that, it's so simple. I love this feature. Teachers, get ready. You're going to just love it too. You find any PDF you want. This is from Eureka Math, but think about maps. Think about data and plot charts. Think about pick your thing, a reading passage. You can upload a PDF from anything. And if I click on this PDF, it's going to import. This is going to take a little while because this is a massive one. But then you have the ability to select multiple problems just by dragging, just like that. I can edit it because I don't really want that number two. Has a different numbering system, but I can do several of these at the same time and click import questions. And there they are. I didn't have to type anything. I can still add to things. I can still write a formula or words up here and then enter the correct answers. And that's all there is to it. Very simple to do. So anything that you have a PDF can be easily turned in to this sort of process. Let's have a look at what this looks like when we're done. So when we're done editing, we would click done editing. I'm going to delete these two that I just imported because I had a set going. I don't want to mess with that. Click done editing. And when I go back out of here, I can go to my classroom. And when you assign it out, you're going to go to classwork, create, assignment. And then you can go to practice sets down here, just like you would attach anything else. Notice I can select any of these. They don't go away. So I can have an entire math unit set up, an entire science review, an entire vocabulary lesson. So nice. I just select this. And I also have the ability to try it as a student for the first time. Thank you, Google. When we do this, this will show you what it looks like, what students can do when they interact with it. Notice there's a show your work, which I love. The only problem with show your work is that the equation editor is not in this box, which kind of drives me wild. But they have the ability to rewrite the problem and they can type with their finger. What was it, 49? And they can do all of their work right within this box. So when I click this off, I now have the ability to use the equation editor in the answer box. Unfortunately, it's only a one-line thing at this time. So I don't really love that. But kids have the ability to type something and then check, which is obviously going to be wrong because it is nowhere near math. And that's what it looks like when it says wrong answer. This that you cannot see is the extra help button. And it shows all of the AI videos that I told you about that come up, finding volume, volume of a cube. If students need more help, it's like a safe Google search for them within YouTube for them to find ways to understand what's going on here. I think this is terrific. So let me show you what it looks like when the data comes back from students. So here's what it looks like after a student has completed an assignment that has a set of practice sets. So here is insights. So normally you would have more than one student that is yourself in the classroom. So you would have a list of students here, and it would give you insights based on the data that shows up here as to whether or not maybe they all missed number three, or the insights could be things like square roots seem to be a problem, that kind of information, so that you can go back and direct instruction tomorrow based on the data from today. Or if you're really savvy, you can instruct the instruction today on the data from earlier today. and just make this really live for kids, reactive for kids. That's the way that they're used to things being. So it'll really, really help them out. This is the way the data comes through. So I can see the work. Here's all students. And it gives me a very quick overview of each problem. And if I want to see the whole cohort's answers for problem number one, you can put this up on the board even and show students. Notice it has the name here, so a little caution there if you have students that don't love that. But you can put it up and say, all right, guys, it's correct. Why is it correct, right? Do a little math talk with it. But I can also go down here to my answers and see the work. So this was the first problem we did. I tried the Notepad feature underneath. This window, when you're a student, pulls down further. They're going to need a lot more space. So if you have those awesome Bison Chromebooks with the stylus underneath, they can use the stylus and write right on the screen to do their math. Notice this says +1 attempt. So this problem was submitted more than once, and it was incorrect the first time intentionally that I did it just to see what would happen. So it shows you that while it's correct, it wasn't always correct. As you scroll down, you can see here again too. There's the other one. Didn't have the cubed symbol. You can see what are the common errors that are being made by this student. Once this is done, you can open up the sidebar, provide a grade, provide comments back to the student, and click return. The student gets their work back. And you can assign this back out again later or not. But the data overview, I like this feature. I wish they would do this with some of our other grading that we do. It's really powerful. I think this is going to change classroom in the next couple of years for sure.